Hello people, how are we doing? Well, hope you're doing well. I'm just having a quick tidy up. I got another paint palette. I know other people will be looking at me gone out, but that's a brilliant paint palette, that is. And I'm really overjoyed that my missus has came them, because I'm allergic to them unfortunately, so for some reason I can't eat them, which is a real pain because I really like them. But it's got to the stage now where it's too painful if I eat them, so I don't eat them anymore. I've got my friends from brothers and sisters from the MCC picking us up some goodies today, and hopefully I'll be able to give back the leather cut I painted. If you check back on my videos you'll see, but I painted a leather cut for a friend of mine in the MCC, and hopefully I'll be able to give it to her today when they deliver our goods. They're keeping us going through this madness at the moment. Right, so let's just reposition you somewhere which is a bit more user friendly. What do you reckon? Hello? Better, isn't it? You can see what I'm doing. Well, hello. My makeshift glasses. Yeah, they've seen better days. Oh, let's get comfy. Oh, it's better. Been a bit chesty. Not healthy. But it's healthier chesty than it was. So, hello. How you getting on? Well, today, yes, yes, look at that. Yeah, and that's pretty much dried off. And do you know what I was saying before about there'll be little bits you miss? I bet you can see, if you look, there's a line there that got missed, and there'll be some other little white patches under there, but I'm not too worried. Not too worried at all, because my second job on this is now to put some darkness into it. Get some dark colour in the deep creases and recesses. It's called well, I've always called it an ink wash, but I'm not using ink. And basically what it is good point, Jeff. What is it that it is? Because you need water and you don't know where you put your water, do you? Ah, yes you do. Bucky water. We'll move that over there. It starts we mean to go on. Hey. So, well, past couple of days, I've got to admit, this solitary confinement thing has got to me a bit. And I'm not even solitary confined. I have my wife indoors. So, why not? Go on. Balanced diet, 2 in each hand. So, yeah. But it's got to me a bit. This thing. Excuse me while I dunk. And I've been on a bit of a downer. It's okay. Feeling a bit sorry for myself, which isn't something I like to do, but I have been past couple of days. But because I'm lucky enough to be able to talk to my wife, or I'm lucky enough that I can talk to my friends online. They kind of changed my perspective on things, for the good. So yeah, not so bad. Still a bit crazy where we are under lockdown situation, so I think it's a bit crazy is allowed, but with knowledge comes understanding. And understanding the way I understand it makes for a better positive outlook. So yeah, win-win. So without further ado, let's put my biscuits over there and the coffee. See if I made a decent one today. This is what I miss most about going out, is other people's coffee, because other people's coffee tastes better than my own coffee. I've got to admit, you wouldn't want to drink this. Unfortunately, I have no choice because that's all I've got. So yeah. So yes, my next thing is I'm going to do a quick wash. Really, I need a nice soft brush. There you go. There's a nice soft one. Because my plan is to sort of soak it in a dark colour. My dark colour, obviously, will be mixed with a little black. But yeah. Now this wash is all about getting the right consistency of water and pigment. Well, I've got dirty water because, believe it or not, dirty water makes for a better wash. This dirty water is green dirty water, and I'm just mixing in that tiny little blob of black to make a real, oh, I don't think you can see it, move that over here, yeah, to make a real runny black. It's not quite runny enough yet, but it's getting there. See? Yeah. I'll mix that colour in nicely. Yeah. Now I don't want it all black, to be quite honest. I need, where's that colour? What colour's that one? Oh, right, let me see. I'm going to put some scarlet in with it, because a quick way to make brown is black and red. So I'll put a squidge of scarlet in there as well. Give that a mix. And it will make for a very interesting dark brown, which is what I'm going for. Still running? Yeah. That's how I want it. I want it like that because I want to be able to wipe it off the top surfaces. Now let's check, see if this is any good for what I want. I will check somewhere where it's hardly going to be seen. So, and I'm just going to nicely, liberally, happily paint it over the colour that's already on it, which will show through. The colour below will show through, and what you get is, yeah, that kind of effect. And what it will do, it will make the brown a little dirty, and it will be dirtier in the creases, as is the nature of ink, like water, to find every nook and cranny. But the darkness sits where it can sit, hence we call it an ink wash, because I'm just washing it in ink. to give me the low lights I want and to hide the white bits I left, because the white bits I left will take the colour even better. And add to the effect. So that's what I'm doing in a minute. I'm just making sure she's all covered. It's lovely in here today. What is it? Oh, look at that. 27 degrees. Beautiful. I might take my shirt off later. But anyway, that's something else. So I'm doing all the underside of the boat with this to give me my low lights, my shadows, which is basically what it means. This will give me my shadowing. Anyone who's painted miniatures will know what I'm doing. And it's like an easy way to put the dark in. It's all right colour. And later on I'll be doing something very similar, but I'll be dry brushing, and we'll talk about that when it comes to it. But hopefully by then this had all dried nicely. And that's what we want, to dry nicely. Cover up all those bits I missed, which is basically what I'm doing. But will I have enough? This is the thing, because with ink wash you find it's very easy to over ink and run out of your colour, and having to remix it is a bit of a, I've got to admit, a bit of a pain. If we're going to do the mask, look at that. Yeah, so anyway. Now, do you remember when, I'm not sure whether this will show up, but remember when I was saying before about making creases to give the effect of floorboards or whatever? Well, I don't know if you can make that out now. See what I mean? Yeah. What the ink wash does is sits in all those grooves, and helps to highlight, even though it's low lighting, those things. Right, I'm at that stage where I've run out of my ink wash. Add some more water to it and darken it up again. Maybe lighten some areas, darken others. Right, so we're at a stage. Yeah, it's not quite good enough. There's some colour. Oh, excuse me, just to finish her off. This one I made a bit darker because I don't think the lighter colour was doing the job, so that's it. It's looking quite groovy. Give the mask a once over with a wash, just to I think I should turn you over and give you a once over around there, so I'm a bit darker. There we go. And what we end up with, along with anything else, is a darkening of everything, but all will become apparent. All will become very apparent. And I dry brush over the top of this colour. It shouldn't be too long because, to be honest, this conservatory gets quite warm in here, so it won't be too long before that. As you see, it's darkened. Yeah. Oh, can I see a white bit? Where can I see a white bit? Ah, I see. Yeah. My capstan took a bit of a battering. Because it's plastic, it took some of the colour off. So, let's add some of that colour back. I don't mind if that's a bit darker. I'm going to dry brush over the top of that anyway. So there you go. So yeah, the idea is to get the ink wash into all the little nooks and crannies and make up the darker areas. Yeah. Well, that was my plan anyway. Now I'm just going around taking any excess away, because there's always excess when you ink wash. It kind of leaves the original colour because it's an opaque wash, and it just, as I said, sits in all the creases, so you end up with, see how dark that's gone? But it picks out all the wood effect. Yeah. How's that? So we'll set her over there to chill her heels, dry off, and put that back in there. Should be cleanable, so dirty. Move that out of the way. I'll make a lovely mess over here, so it does matter too badly. I was painting, obviously. You saw me painting. Or you did, but I was painting. I haven't put the electric on, so I haven't got my glue gun going yet. Or my music, funny enough, but hey, here we go. Somewhere around here there will be a rag. There is a rag. Right, so So dry off my TV. Well, I'm waiting. What's that? And there's some of these little spar bits I might use later. I won't throw them away. I'll keep them in one little pile for a bit. Never know, I might need some little bits to stick in a bit. So yeah, and here I am, back to dunking. So yeah, had a bit of a downer the last couple of days. Now there are people out there that are in a far worse boat than I'm in, and they are actually alone in their homes. My mum's being one of them. Two cousins being others. Others are lucky enough to be locked down with partners. I don't know whether to call it lucky if you're locked down with your children. I was a firm believer in giving homemade gifts. Which one of my children would you like? Every time the summer holidays came round, but I digress. They were good kids. But they used to go off on their summer holidays and they'd go away for 3 or 4 weeks at a time, which was 3 or 4 weeks that my wife and I would plan our holiday. And it was lovely. We were very lucky. I know that isn't an option for a lot of people. So yeah, in all, I was feeling a bit down, and then I was feeling a bit selfish because I was down, and other people were in worse boats. And then I was feeling guilty about feeling selfish, about feeling down, about being in a position where I'm better off than other folks. But it doesn't matter. I've been told that these are normal issues. Be good to yourself, sort of thing. These are things everybody goes through. So not that thinking everybody goes through this is better, but it made me feel better. So here I am today, a bit more cheerful. And again, it's a hazy, sunny day. I went out earlier and I picked a few of the flowers that we've got growing in the garden. Made a little posy up for the missus. Stuck it in a vase. And the place smells nice. I think I'm about to get a knock on the window. Maybe not. Yeah, because I'm awaiting, as I said, I'm awaiting a couple of the MCC members that are doing a cracking job. They're out all the time. They're essential workers, both of them. And mixing in with that, they're doing the rounds for all the members that can't leave their homes, and they put themselves at risk every day for us, and I can't thank them enough. And they're doing the shopping run for us, which is amazing. I'm thankful for that. And that's what I'm waiting for at the moment, as I sit here and ponder to you. Yeah, my little one-eyed friend. Not that one-eyed friend, this one-eyed friend. Yeah. And I can hear the children playing in the garden 2 doors down, and they're having a whale of a time. And I can hear the children playing in the house 2 doors up, and they sound like they're having a whale of a time. in the garden. And I thought, you know, this is brilliant. I love that sound. I love the sound of children enjoying themselves. Can't help it. They just bring a smile to my face. They appeal to my inner child. Or have I got an inner adult? I'm not sure. An outer child, an inner adult, yeah. Don't grow up, it's a trap. Believe me, it's a trap. But yeah. So, glorious sunny day. I've got myself out of my funk, and I'm back in here, awaiting that to dry off while having a coffee, chatting with you. Things aren't perfect, but they're better than they could be. Most definitely. And I've been toying with the idea of doing some portraits next. I've got a set of boots to paint, and I've been toying with ideas to do them because they're only tiny little boots. I think they're size 3 or 4. And I have it on good authority that they're bright pink. I don't have an issue with the red spectrum. So yeah, when I paint whatever I'm going to paint on there, I'm going to have to be extra careful because I can't match that colour. So yeah, extra careful when I'm putting paint to it. But we shall see how it comes out. And you'll see how it comes out because I'm going to film it. And see how we go from there. And then I want to toy with some portraits. I want to do some portraits. We'll see. We'll see. Put a couple of hours into portraiture and see what you think. Although when I do portraits, they can take anything from like 6 to 8 hours of me painting. I'll bore the pants off you. I will. I promise. If you've stuck with me this far, brave people. Either that, or you've got absolutely nothing to do. Yeah, there you go. I've seen some of my friends online, they're doing some character stuff, which is brilliant. Some of it's hilarious. And I've seen some people that online that are very, very talented. This last year or so, I've been listening to, I've got right into actually, cover band or cover people, cover bands. I don't know, it's an amalgamation of people. It's like a collective of musicians that got together and they do retro sounds but modern music, which is a real, it's a treat to listen to. It's beautiful voices, soulful voices, and I do like a soulful voice. And they're called, oh my brain, as you get older the more things you forget, and normally it's what you had for breakfast 10 minutes after you're eating it. But Postmodern Jukebox is what I've been listening to recently. They are brilliant. If you haven't heard them, go search them, go look them up. They are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And there's a guy called Leo from Frog Leap Studios who heavy metal's all his music. All his covers are metalled up to the nines. If you get a chance, go see Barbie Girl. It's hilarious. He does it with his daughter. It's brilliant, absolute brilliant. Yeah, absolute genius, master stroke, brilliant. And hilarious all at the same time. Well worth a watch. But most of his music is, as far as I'm concerned, I like. I listen to a lot of tunes throughout the day. I listen to a lot of music indoors throughout the day. Well, you have to have some noise going on. And I'm not a big telly watcher like I used to be. So yeah, I listen to a lot of music. and he plays songs the way I feel at times. Yeah, the guy's called Leo. I can't pronounce his surname. I'm not even going to try. I'd make a complete abortion of it. Yeah, if you get a chance, Frog Leap Studios. Type that in. I'm sure you'll find it. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Love that guy. And he makes what he does fun, which is great. And as I said, Postmodern Jukebox. If you get a chance, go and see them. Go and look them up. They do a lot of modern songs, a lot of your old favourites, and they rehash them. And they do a cracking job on some of them. Absolute cracking job. Well worth a look. I've also been listening to some Grindhouse Dirty Blues, because I do like the blues as well as my heavy metal and my hard rock and soft rock and glam rock. I like rock as a rule, but I'm a lover of the blues. And if I have to karaoke anything, it's blues music normally. Soft, love it. Yeah, I can murder a good song, me. Ask any of my friends, and they'll tell you. I might even treat you to it, or is it burden you with it? I don't know. We'll see. See how this lockdown takes me in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, he might never get rid of me. Who knows? But hey. Anyway, enough chatting. And procrastinating. It's a big word, isn't it? So I've got this stage. Most of this is pretty much dry now, and you want it dry before you attempt to dry brush, because otherwise it will drag your ink, and although it can be a nice effect, it's not what you're going for in the long run of things. So yeah, so if you can, make sure that it's dry. This isn't, so I'm going to break my own golden rule, but I just want to show you what I mean by dry brushing. So again, you want a dry brush, hence the term dry brushing. If you use a wet brush, it'll drag, and you don't want that, unless you want that kind of effect, which I don't. So I have a nice dry, kind of stiff bristled brush. I'd prefer a softer bristle brush, but for this will be adequate. Now, you know, like I darkened down, added red to black, make a really, really, really dark brown, and then added lots of water to make an ink wash, if you like. That's the way I do it with acrylic, that is. And you can buy ink washes. I think there are model companies out there that sell paint specifically for painting their little figures and stuff and their models, and they come with ink washes for that purpose. I make my own, but there you go. So now I want a really light brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some brown, a little bit of brown. And where's my big palette? Yeah, I want a big palette because I want to squidge this out. So I put a bit of brown down, but the brown is going to be too dark. So I'm going to add white to it, which will grey up the brown, if you like. And I'm just going to sweep over the top of the brown. I just want a tad of brown on it, and then the rest I want is soaked in white. I want the whole thing just to make a really light brown, almost grey brown. Can you see that? That there? Yeah. I don't know what colour you see. I see purple, but I read the tube before I picked it up, and it did say brown, and the other tube is definitely white. So now what I want is, I want this brush completely coated in it because I want to use the whole brush, but I don't want it too wet, so I'm going to squeeze some of that off. Now the trick to know whether you got the right amount of dry brush is when you brush it on your hand, it picks up all the tops but leaves the creases clean, which that has, and that's how we dry brush. We just sweep them and I tend to like to do this in just one direction, but for this you're going to need a lot more than just one direction. So now, excuse me. As I said, been feeling a bit dicky just recently. Let's hope it's not. Eh? So anyway, here we go. Now, you see the difference? It's just picked out all the tops there, whereas the other side is still very much dark. Yeah, and that's all I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm picking up the very tops. Now it's lovely because it's warm in here, and this has dried this off lovely. I'll have to make some more, but it means I don't have to damp off my brush because the paint is already drying nicely on there. It's already worked it out that way. And the more I use it, the drier it gets. So I'm going to have to make some more of them very shortly. But I'm going to do half the boat to give you an idea of what the two halves are going to look like when they're done. So I don't know whether that picks up, but this side I've done and this side I haven't. And all I've done is just picked out the tops of things, if you understand what I mean. And that's what dry brushing does. It just picks out the tops, leaves all the creases undamaged, unmarked, and it leaves all the base colour pretty much alone. There will be other videos online that are much better at explaining dry brushing, but this is how I do it. And because I didn't use all the brown that I was using there, although I might have to order some more white paint because I go through quite a bit of it. So, because it's so warm in here, I'm going to leave this a little wetter than I would normally. Oh, picking the nose with this bugger. So as I said, just doing half of it, and there we go. This side I've done, and this side I haven't. Yeah, I don't know how that shows up on that, but there you go. That's the difference. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. That's what we're going for. That's our goal. So I shall carry on regardless. Finish off where I started. I'm mostly interested in just really doing the deck and the sides, because the bottom of the ship, I've been toying with the idea of submersing most of it in my scene that I'm going to build. My diorama, I think they call it. I think that's what they call it. I need some more white there. And so, there we go. What do you think? How's that? Well, with that, I'm going to say, it's like the rest of your day's better, then, well, let's just hope it's better. Be good to each other. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye now.